That's when you know I'm back. That's when you know I'm back, baby. Let's go.
There we go.
What's up, buddy? MJ, how are you, man?
How did all of a sudden your mic start getting clicky?
Was it clicky?
Oh, no, wait. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Talk again?
Is it clicky?
No. What? Oh, talk.
Testing. 1, 2, testing.
Yeah, it's clicky. It's clicky.
Oh, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, you're gonna need to undo that. I'll talk for a second. How am I feeling, Coach Bruce? I golfed after work today. I did the old close to open Wednesday night to Thursday morning. Got, as Buddy the Elf would say, a full 45 minutes of sleep. Got absolutely shamacked around at work today. Testing. Oh, beautiful. Give me the smooth jazz.
Smooth jazz.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Then after work, I went and got a haircut.
Oh, dude, you can totally see. I'm going to tell you something. It looks good.
Let me just. Oh, yeah.
Very nice, very nice.
Got the haircut. Thank you. Then I went and played 9 holes of golf. And let me tell you, we shot better. Me and Brando, we shot better than we have been shooting. So still not great. 43.
Hey, but
on the 9.
Let's get the. Less than 10 seconds. Less than 10 seconds. Because, MJ, it's Masters week.
It is, Bruce. It is.
No, how am I feeling, dude?
Yeah.
Thanks for asking. Well, scared shitless. Scared shitless. For those of you that don't know, basically any day now, the wifey could be having the kiddo. We don't. I mean, her due date's May 4th, but we have the feeling that she's gonna end up coming early. It is what it is, whatever. But the room's ready. I painted all the walls. I think I talked about that 2 weeks ago. All the walls are painted. Everything's good to go. We put together all of her furniture. We put together all that jazz. Celine's actually out right now, grabbing she's getting the car seat. So yeah, man. It's we're getting down to the nitty gritty time now, man. It's bad.
Bruce, I'm just gonna feed into this because I love saying. On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you?
20.
Hold up. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this. No, not that. I wanted this. I'm putting you on the hot seat right now.
Oh, wow.
Okay?
Oh, hot seat.
On a scale of 1 to 10, excited, we're going to go with a 20. On a scale of 1 to 10, how scared are you?
Probably the same thing at 20.
Okay. What are you most excited about?
Dude, having a little girl, man. It's I think what happened.
The original thought of me wanting a boy first was just me selfish. All guys want boys. Well, I shouldn't generalize, but generally speaking, most sports guys want to have a little boy first to
right,
catch with whatever. Believe me, I get it. But I've already bought the basketball hoop for my little girl. I've already bought the softball. I already bought her a little golf set already. Like it's going down, and I'm ready to go, and I'm excited to share like part of like my my knowledge or my have that responsibility to talk to raise a human being. To be honest, like it's an incredible thought. It's an incredible responsibility. That's the part that scares the shit out of me too, though, because it's like, man, I have to. I'm gonna be second guessing myself a lot. I know it.
Right.
I'm gonna be telling myself like, oh man, like hopefully she's not mad at me, or oh man, hopefully I'm doing this right. I mean, I already know how to change a diaper. That's not a big deal. I will say this though, MJ. I am not looking forward to. For those of you parents out there that are gonna attest to this, I'm not looking forward to changing a blowout. And what a blowout is, and this is gonna get kind of nasty, just so y'all know. What a blowout is. What a blowout is when the kid, the baby, toddler, whatever, ends up pooping themselves, obviously in a diaper, but it's so bad that it goes up the center of their back. And I'm gonna tell you, when I heard that, I was like, Celine, you're gonna be doing that one.
Bruce, you want to know how that makes me feel? Makes me feel like that.
Oh, this poor dude.
That's how I felt
Oh,
with you telling that story. And for folks who don't know who that is, since none of you should, not steal your thunder, Bruce, but I had to. That was perfect.
Man, dude, that was
that was perfect. We are happy to announce we have a new addition to our team. Actually, two. Did we announce the other one? I don't think we announced the other one. I don't think we did. All right. We have two new additions to our team.
I'll introduce
first.
I'll introduce the other one.
Yeah.
You go ahead.
Yeah. First is going to be Connor Davis, who is in Mississippi with me. He's in Hattiesburg with me. He is a senior in high school. He's going to be going to Mississippi State University. He's a huge State fan, very big NFL guy, obsessed with the Saints, claims he has some fantastic NFL knowledge.
Right.
And his first article is going to be fantastic. I'm not going to say what it is yet because I want folks to lose their minds when it comes out.
Especially people around that age bracket. They're going to get fucking pissed.
Yes. So I'm very excited to see what Connor can do. He's going to come with me, hopefully, to some games and such in the area, help create some content for the company. So I'm very excited with that. And just real quick on that thought, before we go to the other edition, I have credentials for the Mississippi Braves, Bruce, who are the double-A affiliate of the Atlanta Braves here in Mississippi. They're in Jackson, pretty much. So it's only like a little over an hour away. So I'm going to be making my way to as many of those games as I can.
You mean making my way downtown?
Walking fast. Yes. Oh, I got you.
That's a clip, baby. That's a clip.
So I'm going to be going to some of those games. Also, hopefully, going to have USFL credentials. We've been in talks.
Sorry. Go ahead, Jeff.
You're good. We've been in talks with the USFL. Going to have, going to make that happen. And so Connor will be coming with me to a lot of that stuff since he's in the area and now working with us. Very excited to see what the two of us can do together since obviously Bruce is very far away. There's only so much he can do. So a little local addition to the Third Down Thursdays team.
Yes, sir. And I'm looking forward to that, guy. I'm going to tell you something right now. And since the fact that like they're localized in Birmingham, Alabama, I believe, correct? Is that what you said?
Yes, the USFL.
So all games for the USFL happen there. There's no.
No, not all the games. There are 4 sites for the USFL. I believe it's Dayton, Detroit.
Oh yeah, right.
Birmingham, and I can't remember the 4th one. But I believe there's 8 teams, and so there are a few games, or at least a game in each city every week.
What's weird is like I always remembered watching games last year. Like every once in a while when I would like degenerately bet on shit.
Right.
And like a lot of the games were always like at Birmingham, I feel like.
Yeah, no, it is.
Maybe it was me not paying attention.
Well, Birmingham is one of the better teams, and it's one of the more popular locations because the South is so obsessed with football. Detroit don't really care about spring football. They have a hard time caring about winter football.
Our boy Dan Campbell, our boy.
I love Dan, but also Dan refused to pay Jamal Williams, so I'm mad at Dan. But Jamal plays for the Saints now. Jamal plays for the Saints now, which I know Connor's very happy about, and also I'm going to be pushing hard for those Saints credentials. Let me tell you.
Oh, 100%. But MJ, so if I may, I'm going to also introduce our newest edition.
Shut up, Jack.
Well, nice. One of our newer additions also is Coach Kenny. Coach Kenny's actually already came out with an article. He's from Chicago. He's a CPS teacher here in the city of Chicago. Him and I are a lot closer. In fact, his wife grew up down the street in my old school neighborhood. Coincidentally, he found us on accident going through
which
YouTube.
I still love.
Right.
I still love.
Right. It was a great story. He's like, yeah, I found you guys on accident, blah, blah, blah. But his wife texted or messaged me on Facebook Messenger, and she's like, oh, yeah, my husband found this random sports podcast, and you guys were talking at the NFL, not the combine, but it was the combine.
Yeah, it was the combine. Yeah.
And he found you guys, and he loved you guys, how you interacted, and blah, blah, blah. Go figure. And lo and behold, bam.
What can I say, Bruce? We're so charming. It's hard for people not to watch us, right?
Charming, very charming, but
charming, dashing, all of the words,
Yeah, but no, Coach Kenny's already got his first article written for us. He actually gives us his top 10 stadiums that he's gone to and visited. You'd be surprised on how many.
Which, real quick,
it was an elite list.
It was an elite list. I agree, Zach. I agree.
It was a fantastic list, except for the top one.
Hold on. We're not talking about the controversy.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Involved with his. I'm not done introducing the gentleman. That's.
But he picked PNC Park as the best baseball field.
He also
that is objectively wrong.
But he also
is beautiful though.
It
is beautiful, but no.
I just love it. I love his article because I thought it caused controversy. That's the reason why we're doing this and we're bitching about it.
Yeah, Zach just likes it because Coors Field was fourth. That's the only reason Zach said it was an elite list.
Coors Field should be one, and I'm telling you, let's put it this way. Coors Field is the best sports bar in America that also happens to have baseball at it.
Wrigley Field.
No, he's saying the actual stadium.
Yes, me too.
Oh, okay. I mean, Bruce would know better than anyone.
The Rockies did Top Golf style golf in that stadium, and you know what's hilarious about this though? They did it during October and announced it in August. During playoff times, they announced it in August. The Rockies weren't even eliminated yet.
I mean, but
no,
you could announce that in March, Zach.
No, it's true. It's true.
You could announce that in March.
What does it say as an ownership group and a team that they're announcing this already? And you're owning this team, you're running this team, and you're trying to say they're going to win games and go to the playoffs.
It's fine. My ownership group used to play football while the season was going on in the same stadium. You don't get much worse than that.
Well, that stadium just needs to be torn down entirely. It's a crappy stadium.
Yes. The franchise needs to be torn down, but it's an entirely different topic for another day. Anyway, Bruce, finish introducing Kenny.
No, that's basically it. He's great at what he does. He's very articulate.
Good guy. Yeah.
What?
Good guy.
Yeah, great guy. Good guy. So to go along with what you were saying originally, we're gonna push for some things. We have so yours truly was invited to the ESPN suite at US Cellular. They had to stay kind of on the DL, and it was all these executives and whatever. So I ended up speaking with, and this is news to you, but I spoke with somebody who's a part of a White Sox podcast. And there's some interesting people that follow their podcast. So if the opportunity arises, I'm going to present us to jump on with them or vice versa. And let's have some fun with some White Sox guys.
I would love to. Paige was listening to the White Sox broadcast the other day, and it was just
Benetti's awesome. I love Benetti and Stone.
Yeah, they. It's very interesting for after Hawk is gone, that they have such good chemistry. It's very impressive.
Right.
It's very impressive. But
hold on, I got you.
None of this is as important as the guest we are going to have.
It's been a long time. This has
been 6 years, 7 years, something in the making. This is no doubt going to be my favorite NFL draft prospect interview I have ever done.
Let's go.
So I'm going to introduce Jalen Dennis, who is not only an incredible football player, but a incredible guy. A friend of me and Bruce was in class with my father like 8 years ago. And so we gonna bring Jalen on. Jalen, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How you guys doing?
Oh my God, it's been a long ass time since I've seen this dude.
Oh no, who kicked it? There we go. How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Just been busy with training and stuff like that. Just kind of waiting to see what's gonna happen with where my next opportunity is gonna come and stuff like that. So just kind of staying patient. But man, just been training and being with the family. How about you guys? How you guys been?
Oh, living the dream over here, Jalen. Living the dream, you know. About to have a baby.
Congrats.
Work. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So, what's new with you, man? Like, I know you said you've been training and everything, getting ready for the draft. So what led up to that, man? Like, I'm not trying to like go immediately. Like, shit, I'm just curious. I'm not. These aren't even interview questions. Like, I'm just curious about this shit.
Yeah, no, for sure. So I mean, leading up to the draft, you know, I come from a smaller school, so
Yep.
The odds are stacked against me already just based off that. So I knew I kind of going into my senior year had to have a really good season and kind of make a name for myself. So throughout that process, it was mainly getting accumulated to the system at Missouri Southern and just kind of like being able to play my role and fit in at the school and with playing safety and stuff like that, and just kind of making a name for myself first at Missouri Southern and then within the conference and stuff like that. So, I mean, it was a lot of steps that came with it, but, you know, I had a lot of great people around me that, you know, really pushed me to be the best I could be. And, you know, I wouldn't be in this position right now if it wasn't for any of them. So, it was definitely a long process for sure, but I think now I've done enough in college and have broken some records and done some incredible things that, you know, hopefully it will deserve me a shot coming up here soon.
100%. So I have an idea of the conference that you guys are in. Like you had like Northwest Missouri State or something like that too, or I can't remember exactly. But there have been some pretty decent NFL prospects that have come from that particular area. Have you had a chance to talk to any of those guys? Maybe like to get advice from any of them to find out like, you know, what's the best steps for you to take that next step for the NFL?
Yeah, for sure. So one of my good buddies, his name is Dallas Flowers. He plays on the Indianapolis Colts. He went to Pitt State, which was Missouri Southern's rival school. And he actually
Uh-oh. Oh, hold on, Jalen.
He's freezing up.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, you're good now. We can hear you now.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay. Yes, we can hear you now.
The most important thing was having good film. And so that kind of gets you in the door already, or gets the interest of different scouts looking at you. And then the next part was the pro day, making sure you have good pro day as far as numbers, and then doing well in the defensive back drills and stuff like that. And then from that point on, it's really just all about football and making sure you're perfecting your craft. And when you get to a camp, like you never know what can happen. So every day you have to think of it as your last, and you can't leave anything like left unsaid or anything left in the tank. Like, you have to make sure every day you go out and prove yourself and prove why you deserve to be in the NFL or wherever the case may be. So, I mean, it was a lot of that, and he really helped me mostly with like the mental aspect, because like I'm at the point in my career, it's like you never know when the next opportunity is going to come, but you always have to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And so I just kind of have taken that mindset to be like, you know what, no matter what opportunity comes, I know I'm going to be ready when it comes, and I'm going to just keep focusing on what I can control and and just leave it in God's hands.
Nice.
So, Jalen, I'm curious. These are the questions people really want to hear about. What's your 40 time? I want to know how fast you are because we watched you play in high school.
Truth.
And like you were fast as all get out, right? But Bruce and I are not really that fast. And so watching you on a high school football field being like, dang, that dude's fast. I want to know like how fast you are now.
Yeah, so my 40 time, like I'm around like high 4.5, low 4.6 guy. To be honest, like I've never really been like a good testing guy. Like I'll put up like decent to like pretty well numbers in that arena, but I think more with me, I'm more of a football player. Like you put me on the field and I'll show you how fast I am, how quick I get to the ball, how explosive I am. But as far as the 40 and for safety, that's right around like where a safety's time should be.
Yeah.
So I'm not really too concerned about that. But I mean, as far as like all the testing and stuff go, I just feel like I'm the type of player to where you put me on the field, like you see how fast I am and how well I move.
And that kind of speaks to what you were talking about before too, that you're more focused on your tape. And I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, Jalen, that matters even more for a safety because of the wealth and the depth of the amount of things that you have to process as a safety and the amount of things teams have to look at.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, tape, I think just in a whole, like, tape is the most important thing because you can have guys who are really great testers, but then when it comes to the field, like it doesn't match up, if that makes sense. Like I feel like with tape, the eye in the sky never lies. And so if you're a ball player, it's going to show. If you're not, it's going to show. It goes both ways. But I think most importantly, like because I played quarterback in college and stuff like that, I use that advantage when I play defense. Yep. So like I'll be sitting back there at safety position or nickel, and I'll be thinking like a quarterback. And so I'll try to, talk with my teammates to help with disguising different coverages and being able to just kind of mess up the quarterback a little bit. So when it comes down to him making his reads, he has one slight hesitation, and that's a pick, turnover, a sack, whatever way we can affect the game. So I think when it comes to having the tape and having a really high football IQ, I feel like that's like two of the best things I have going for me right now.
All right, so Jalen, correct me if I'm wrong on this. Well, first of all, MJ, my best 40 time was a 4.7, so screw you. Secondly,
when
I was training, like years ago, obviously.
Yeah, I was talking about like 6 years ago.
Oh, well, whatever.
You were not running a 4.7 6 years ago, Bruce. I love you to death. But you are not running a 4.7 6 years ago.
No, that was back in my days when I was 185, bro.
Right.
I was about to say, we might have to put it to the test.
No, not now, bro. I'm coming up 40.
Please.
And I drink a lot of beer, so no, I'm good.
I got you.
Please.
All right, so Jalen, I gotta ask. So before I get to the to selfish questions, what was your? I mean, I know you said you want to talk about. We have people asking in our chat right now what your 3-cone splits were.
Yeah, my 3-cone. The best 3-cone I ran was a 6.89, I think it was.
Okay.
So I mean, like I said, I mean it's good. But I mean I don't really think that describes how
tape doesn't lie.
How laterally well I move and stuff like that. But as far as the 3-cone, that's a good time, okay time, however people want to put it.
Fair. And then another question was actually from our producer. He was asking, he's like, "What? How do you feel about the blurred lines in teams drafting D1, D2, and D3 players, and how it's been more common now? And do you think it helps to be able to? I guess, Zach, if you want to jump on, Zach, to kind of elaborate a little bit more on that." Hold on.
Yeah, I got you. I was mostly asking D1, D2, D3. These players have been drafted more often from lower levels. Do you think that helps go like your draft stock, knowing that more players have been picked in lower levels?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I definitely think nowadays, I think scouts are kind of starting to see and realize that there's a lot of really good football players that go to D2, D3 schools.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of to speak to that, like my older brother Amani Dennis, he went to Carthage
Yeah.
College all 4 years.
CCIW, baby.
Yeah, CCIW. Yep. And then he went to his pro day, did very well. He ran a 4.3, and had a really good tape.
Amani ran a 4.3.
He ran a 4.3.
Yeah, he ran a 4.36.
How did I not know that? Oh my gosh. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
my brother's really fast. That's something that he's just always been really fast. And so my brother, he went to his pro day, did really well, and then he, like, right when the draft ended, like 10 seconds after, he got a call from the Browns. And so
Oh wow.
that kind of made me realize that, you know, if I handle my stuff and do what I'm supposed to do, that they're going to find you no matter where you are.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's when I kind of started taking a realization of where you play football, it matters, but at the end of the day, it doesn't. Because if the scouts see a ball player, they're going to pick up a ball player. And so I think with the Division I, I think it really does help them because obviously they're playing at an extremely high level. But at the same time, like, you have a lot of guys that go to pro days that barely played at the Division I, but they get that shot because they're at that Division I. And which is great. It's awesome. They deserve it. But at the same time, it just makes our road as Division II, Division III players a lot harder because we have to go above and beyond to really get that opportunity. But, I mean, that's never been a challenge for us, so we're going to keep doing it.
All right, Jalen, so I got to ask, man. So now I'm going to be selfish and ask these questions. So I asked the questions that everybody else wanted to know. So do you and Amani still train with each other at all?
Yeah, so right now he's playing in the USFL.
Okay.
On the Philly Stars. This is
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you're good. I just had to tell you, I'll message Amani too, but we're going to have USFL credentials.
We have USFL credentials.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Definitely got to throw him in on a podcast. I don't know if he's as well spoken as I am, but
no, I've interviewed Amani before. I interviewed him for an article.
Throw him under the bus.
I interviewed him for an article like 2 years ago.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
sure.
Jalen's got a point. But yeah,
no. So when my brother was home, he just left. He left like 2-3 weeks ago for camp. But yeah, when he was home, we were training together. Like me and him are like this, like extremely close, extremely tight.
I remember that.
Yeah, I just learned so much from him, his journey, and he's been like kind of. Like, I've been able to see how this next level of football has changed him and has made him better and what he's learned. And he's taught me all the things he's learned and stuff like that. So it's been a really cool journey to, you know, be with him and be a part of his journey. And, you know, I think his journey is about to really skyrocket after this season coming up for sure. But, awesome. Yeah, no, we train like – anytime he's home, you'll catch us on Wheelan's turf.
Is it what? Oh no, shit! So you guys still play over there? I love that.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. We always go back to where it started.
Hell yeah, dude! Hell yeah, that's awesome. With like Perlman and everything. I love that, dude. I think that's fucking great.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's great, man. All right, so my last question for you. My last question is more serious. Have you been contacted already by any NFL teams? And if so, can you divulge them or you have to keep that a little hush hush?
I'm gonna keep it hush hush right now, but my agents, they have been in contact with some teams about me for sure. The past, I will not confirm or deny.
Oh, did I? Well
There we
said.
go.
Well said.
There we go.
I will not confirm or deny, but yeah, no, they've been in contact with a good amount of teams about me and stuff like that. And the past couple of days, I had to get some film ready to send to some teams and stuff. So I'm definitely
There we go.
getting a lot of static right now for sure. But like I said, I mean, I'm not gonna put my hopes like too much in it because you just never know. But at the same time, I'm gonna be ready when it comes. So
I love it. All right, Jalen, where you headed? Sorry, MJ, I got one more question. Then I'm done.
You're fine.
Where are you guys headed right now? Getting some food?
no, so my girlfriend, she actually just had a lacrosse game. She's the head girls lacrosse coach at Elk Grove.
Okay.
And,
EG,
really?
baby. That's where I went to high school.
Oh, EG, yep, there you go. So she's the head girls lacrosse coach over there, and they just got done with a game, so now we're just heading home.
Oh, that's why you're repping that. I see you repping the green and yellow.
Yeah, I see you, you traitor. I see it.
It's green and yellow, but it's Missouri Southern.
Okay.
So I
Jalen, let me just say, I'd love to see you in a different green and yellow.
I would love that too.
I would love to see that. The safety room is a little weak right now. Let me just say. And you a big special teams guy? You like special teams?
Yeah, I love special teams. So
Great answer.
When I was at Missouri, I was on every special team besides punt, but they took me off because a lot of safeties were getting hurt. And so, I was starting safety, so they didn't want me to, something to happen, and then I would be out. So they kind of took me off special teams. But no, I love special teams though.
Well, let me just say, Green Bay has signed more special team safeties than any other player so far this offseason. So I would love to see that.
Yeah, no, for sure. I would definitely love that too. Any way I can help and get on the field, everyone's got a role. You just got to be the best at your role you could be and let the chips fall with their name.
Yep.
I love it. Real quick, Jalen, I have to put up, my dad did comment. He said, I wouldn't bet against Jalen. He's the real deal.
Oh, let's go.
I appreciate that, Mike.
He texted me today and said how excited he was to watch this interview. So I want to make sure that got passed along to you.
Yeah, no, thank you, Mike. I miss you. I hope you're doing well. Hope the family's doing well. Hopefully you come back to Chicago and we could go grab some dinner sometime.
It's awesome.
Especially if you become a Green Bay Packer. Come on, bro.
Okay, come on.
Come on, bro.
Sure.
Just bring him to Denver. Bring him to Denver.
Oh my God, everyone's salivating right now at you, Jay. This is hilarious.
We need
Oh,
it.
my gosh.
We need it. It's a
Yeah,
top need.
Zach, you need everything. You need everything in Denver.
Wrong, but safety depth and strong safeties in particular, we need.
Oh my gosh. Jalen, last question I got for you. This is my favorite thing to ask any draft prospect. Give me your elevator pitch on yourself as a player.
I think when it comes to describing me as a player, I'm a guy who's very obsessive about my craft. I think when it comes to everything I've been through in college, playing 5 different positions, it really taught me how to adapt. And I feel like that's one of my biggest assets I could provide to an organization. My adaptability, my versatility, and really just being a guy who's going to stand out. There's a thing I always say, I feel like there's a difference between football players and difference makers. And I feel like I'm a difference maker, and I feel like I've been able to prove that throughout, my 4 or 5 years of college. And, any opportunity I'll take is a great opportunity, and I'll be able to show you, who I really am and the different type of player I am and leader. Like, I feel like I'm a natural-born leader, and I feel like when it comes to getting a group of guys together to go achieve something great, somehow I'm always in the front of it, but I think I'm always in the front of it because guys see how hard I truly work and how much this game means to me and how much it's changed my life.
I love it. And that's exactly how you were in high school, and that's how I remember you to this day. So nothing has changed, and I appreciate that. Jalen, the only thing I have left to say is God bless. I hope everything goes well. I cannot wait to hear the success story that comes from you and your brother.
Yes.
And please, please, please don't forget about us when you're playing for the Chicago Bears.
No, I won't. I never will. I appreciate you guys having me on here. It was a great opportunity, great talking to you guys, and we'll definitely stay in contact for sure.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right. You enjoy your evening, Jalen. Thank you so much. This was fantastic. And yes, absolutely. We'll stay in touch. We'll talk to you later.
For sure. Thank you, guys. You guys have a good one. God bless.
Thanks, Jalen. God bless.
You too.
Dude. And
what a guy.
What a guy. And I'm going to tell you, who else is a great guy? Whoever buys from this.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
Somewhere to get protein.
Oh,
if needed.
Protein, what? And when you call Jeff or Tepney, Building Block Insurance Group, Jeff at mybbig.com, you're going to dial 704-464-4544, and you're telling that Third Down Thursday sent you, and also that
MJ is better than him in Call of Duty.
I love it. No, hey, man, it was really cool seeing him and hearing how successful he's been with the pursuit of his dream and the things that he was doing well when he was at Wheeling. And I think it's awesome. He's a good dude. He's a great guy. Works his tail off. All the best to him.
I just want to say, Bruce, I will lose my mind in a good way. I will lose my mind in a good way if I hear that man's name called.
If you hear,
in the NFL draft. Like, I don't care who Green Bay drafts. If that dude gets drafted, I will lose my mind.
I agree, and I'm really hoping that he ends up like doing something. I mean, I'm actually looking at some of his stuff right now, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to seeing him just being successful at the next level. And if he is, that's kudos to him and the work that he's put in. And the fact that his brother, by the way, is in the USFL too, Amani.
I had no idea.
Dude.
I interviewed Amani a couple years ago when he was playing in some startup spring football league that wasn't the USFL or the XFL. I forget what it was. It crashed. It was trash. That's another story for another day. But I interviewed him for that. And yeah, Jalen's right. It definitely maybe not podcast interview. I love Amani, but he's not.
Wow.
Okay, Jalen said it.
Fair. But
his own brother said it.
I agree. But
his
MJ,
own brother said it.
MJ, my guy. You know what this week is? It's one of the most exciting.
It's Masters Week, baby.
And that's too little. It's too little. We can turn it up a little bit. Turn it up a little. We get a little. Soothing.
Gorgeous.
Love it, dude. So whenever the Masters Week comes around for me, MJ, I don't know if it's because I've gotten older. I don't know if it's because I've gotten older. But
it's because you've gotten older. Yeah, let's just accept it.
But my guy, dude, as soon as it happens, as soon as Masters Week comes around, I immediately get excited because not only do I know that spring is like here and summer's right around the corner and warm weather and everything, I get to enjoy a weekend of just watching golf. And like this is like the unofficial start of I'm excited. It's the unofficial start to my golf season right now. And sometimes, yes, I'll golf before the Masters and whatever, because obviously I live in the Chicagoland area and we don't see great weather until like next week. Actually, it's supposed to be in the 70s, but yeah, man, I was golfing last year in like 35, 40-degree weather, and this year I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. So
It was 88 degrees today, Bruce.
right, and like so you and Jeff.
Not the same one.
What are you eating over there?
Oh, wifey made dinner.
Oh, fair.
It's chicken parm, some Alfredo.
Wow.
Oh yeah, very good.
Very good. All right, fair. But yeah, man, like it's definitely a great time of year. It's definitely one of my favorite times of year. And MJ, it gives us opportunities for us to see guys do amazing shit on the par 3 challenge, which had 4 hole-in-ones. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
It had 4 hole-in-ones. The one that I did pull was Scotty Schefter's, and it was a thing of beauty. It's kind of tough to see because there's 2 golfers going at the same time, Scotty and somebody else. I didn't see who the other person was. This is courtesy of the Masters Twitter. It just goes straight in.
That's just ridiculous.
And so he currently is the number 1 ranked golfer in the world right now. Number 1. He is the best golfer.
Is he really?
World. Yeah, he's number 1 golfer in the world right now.
Wow.
He's plus at the start of the Masters. He was plus 700 to win it again.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't that really good odds for the Masters?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's really good odds. It's good. He led the way in odds. So I've actually the top 10. I'm not going to go through the top 10 now that I'm like looking at it because it's just too much to name. But to name a few, just Scotty Schefter's like he's number 1 ranked golfer in the world right now. He was plus 700. Rory McIlroy was number 2, plus 700. Rahm, who's actually leading, who's tied for the lead right now, is plus 950. Was plus 950. Currently, he was sitting, or when I did this, when I took the notes on it, he was plus 340. So that's a significant jump.
Wow.
Jordan Spieth was plus 1,600 to start the day. If you want to know, Tiger Woods was plus 6,600 at the time to start the day. The co-leader to start the day, Victor Hovland, was plus 3,500. And Brooks Koepka was plus 4,000.
Wow.
Yeah, so you could have made really good freaking money off of those guys. Potentially. Obviously, this is the first day, but potentially. Uh-oh. Zach, you got something?
Do you want to know what the current odds on Tiger Woods are right now?
The last I checked...
Bad.
Plus 80,000.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
He did not have very good.
No, I think he's plus 2 right now.
Yeah, that's what I saw at last.
Yeah, it's plus 80,000 on DraftKings right now.
He shot a 74.
Yeah, so I mean, he's gonna make the cut.
He's done though. Like
he's gonna make the cut. But,
is he?
You think he's got? You think he's got one more Masters, one more big tournament win in him?
No,
I don't think so either. But to be honest with you, though, like he I'll go to this day was the best golfer I've ever seen and ever will see. Like he was the Michael Jordan of golf. I'm sorry, like he was.
The fact that he's even golfing right now is impressive.
Truth. Well, it's also because he chose.
You're not wrong.
The route that he wanted to. But I agree with you 100%, though, Zach. So
the minutia with it doesn't matter here.
Right, fair. That's fair. But no, like I love this time of year. I know that like MJ, you've gotten into golf a lot more now, and
oh yeah.
To be honest with you, so I'm gonna look. So to go back to what Zach was saying, I'm gonna look at the current odds right now, and I might just put just like a little BS money out there on Xander Schauffele.
Xander Schauffele, really?
Yeah. I might, because Xander's like, you know, he's always been that guy that's been on the cusp, or always been that guy that like people are like, oh, he could possibly win, you know, blah blah blah, and it never comes to fruition. He was actually my sleeper last year too didn't come to fruition. But he's only 3 back right now, so I mean, we'll see what happens. But yeah, who was it? There was a I can't remember his. I think it was Sam Smith. It's a very, very Caucasian name, but he ended up being the amateur to play with Schefter, and I forgot who else was the other guy that he was with, but he was the guy that he was teeing off today at noon with those guys. Can you imagine like winning something as a college like amateur or whatever, and then going in and playing with the best player in the world? That'd be like Michael or like you like being like winning something like a shootout and being like, all right, guess what? You get to go play against like Michael Jordan or Steph Curry.
I don't know how.
What?
I would lose my mind. Like, I guess I don't think I'd be very nervous in golf.
Fair.
I don't have like.
So, but there's no expectation for you, I guess.
Right. Like if I had to go pitch to Mike Trout.
Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Shohei Ohtani, I know I'm tangenting, but
that's fine.
Dude, my brother-in-law just purchased a Shohei Ohtani autographed jersey, but it's in Japanese characters, and it's 1 of 17.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, so I was like, when I heard about that, I was like, "Are you kidding me?" He's like, "Yeah, I won a raffle." I'm like, I win a. So I purchased, but won a raffle for it off like and man, that like I would have reacted like this. But anyway, MJ, though, it's a great time.
Tiger Woods really gonna make the cut? Hold up, what is the cut for the Masters?
Good question, Zach. You on that, dog? Good question. I think it's 74. It's not 74.
Yeah, I'll check.
Thank you, sir. All right, but MJ, man, we have a comment. Oh, anyway, MJ. So I was gonna talk about. I know, like it's kind of boring, and it's kind of lame, and it's kind of pathetic. But so I'm gonna spend as little amount of time as possible on it, just so you know.
Okay.
I didn't even put it in the chat, or I didn't even put it as a banner. The Chicago Bulls have made the play-in tournament, and
I saw that.
They will be facing off against the Toronto Raptors, and they will be, yeah, exactly. That's it. That's all I got.
And they will be eliminated by the Toronto Raptors.
So I know. So the national championship happened this past week. MJ, did you watch it?
Unfortunately, yes.
So I did too. Oh wait, real quick. That's it. We had to cut it short. Remember, right.
Right.
Copyright. Dude, so UConn was a 7.5 point favorite. I hit that. I counted that. I was like, I cannot get to my app fast enough.
Yeah, because it was I think people forget UConn, in my opinion, is just as good of a program as Duke, Kansas, North Carolina. They haven't won as much, but that doesn't mean they haven't been just as relevant over the last 15 years.
So here's
it wasn't just the Kemba Walker year.
Thank you. And I want to talk about this, MJ. And you actually led me into it perfectly. UConn is a blue blood. I don't give a shit what anyone says. When UConn has as many national championships now as Indiana University, and Indiana University is considered a blue blood.
When I think of blue blood, I think of Duke, Kansas, North Carolina, UConn.
By the way, currently hovering at 73-74. Top 50 made the cut, and Tiger right now is 54th. Thank you, Zach. Good stuff.
He gone. Anyway,
Wow, nice. But yeah, dude, like, so I can't like so my blue bloods are Kentucky, UConn, Duke, North Carolina, and UCLA, Indiana, Kansas. Thank you. Like, I consider those programs to be blue bloods because those are the programs that are predominantly thought of when you think of college basketball. Just in my opinion. If I'm forgetting someone, please let me know. But those random ones, Alabama, I consider them a random one. Houston, back in the day, they were a big house back in the day too.
yeah.
Like DePaul was a big house back in the day. Are they considered a freaking blue blood? No. Like, come on. Like, I think that the term blue blood needs to be a little bit adjusted for what is going on with regards to the hierarchy in how many championships and how much
Yeah.
sustained success, not necessarily like the originals. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Right. Yeah. This was my face when somebody called UConn a mid-major.
What? No. Who would call UConn a mid-major?
I saw somebody on Twitter. It was just a random person, but they're like,
Twitter.
"Yay, a mid-major won the championship," and I was like, "Do you know where UConn plays?"
Good old Twitter.
I was like, "What?"
State is a mid-major.
Right.
Right.
Right. It's just people. People are stupid. It's fine. Jim Calhoun is my goat.
Oh wait, what? That's kind of sick, actually.
Huh.
Huh.
The weird things that Jack has, like, that's actually kind of cool.
That's pretty cool, actually. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
So,
What was I gonna
MJ,
say? I lost it.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
MJ, I'm sorry, but I do have to lead into this if you don't mind, MJ.
Yes.
I'm going to. Oh, did I? I have some here. Best way to put it. So, I did the thing today. Okay, and said thing. I purchased some stones because I got this amazing idea watching football or Good Morning Football on NFL Network. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard about this, MJ. So the fact that you're kind of surprised about it, I kind of like.
Oh no.
MJ, if you can, I got the audio from the NFL Network. So this shout out to them. MJ, please listen to this.
Whatever team we used to play for doesn't matter.
God bless you.
Yeah, give us something to talk about. Moving on, the paparazzi caught Aaron Rodgers. What was he doing? What was he doing in California yesterday shopping for healing crystals? Rodgers did in fact leave the shop with a small bag of healing crystals. Fans are hoping the healing crystals, the contents of that bag, will bring the four-time MVP one step closer to becoming a Jet. Aaron Rodgers.
I'm sorry. So MJ, I actually did some research, partially from
Unlike Aaron Rodgers.
Good Morning Football, NFL, or Good Morning Football, and also some other stuff. So I researched these crystals, and some of these crystals, so they provide healing around areas that are causing pain and trauma, and you can lay down and surround your whole body in crystals, and it's supposed to give an aura of healing. MJ, thoughts?
So let me get this right. Not only does Aaron Rodgers ignore the Packers to go to Peru and smoke crack, not only does Aaron Rodgers ignore the Packers to go sit in a dark room and just be with me, myself, and I, but he also ignores the Packers to go buy heebie-jeebie healing crystals like he's a hippy-dippy in the 70s, and he's going to sit around and sing Kumbaya with Pumbaa and Timon until the sun comes home, because yippee-ki-yay, it's going to work. What? Like,
I love that this is a story that you didn't hear about, and I was able to pull that. and let you have a authentic reaction.
I'm not even lying, Bruce. I muted the words Aaron Rodgers on my Twitter timeline. The only way I will get news about Aaron Rodgers is if
legit news.
If Rappaport, Pelissero, or Schefter. No, I don't even have notifications on for Schefter. So if just Rappaport or Pelissero tweet something, or I find it out myself.
Oh my god, dude, that's a T-shirt idea. That's a T-shirt idea.
Drug addict please on it.
That's a T-shirt, and then underneath it, have the numbers 12.
No, that one would be slander. That one would be slander.
Yeah, that's true.
That one would. It's funny, but that one would be slander. I can say as much stuff as I want, but printing it—that's a different idea.
In Bears colors.
Okay, that would be kind of funny.
I'll say this: I've spent 5 good minutes in a metaphysical store, which I'm promising.
Oh yeah,
he was.
Yeah, you told us about this.
Yes,
Once I read this, once I started hearing this, I'm like, all right, I have to make a comment here. These people believe this stuff.
Oh yeah,
I want to make this clear. We can call it heebie-jeebie, hippy-dippy, whatever. These people believe this legitimately, and it's really fun.
That makes it even funnier.
It's funny talking to these people. They talk about it like, yeah, I gotta buy some healing crystals. I just need to cleanse myself. I'm like, we don't believe this stuff, but I almost wonder if it's a mind over matter thing where it's like, if I believe it's true, it'll be true.
It's just a placebo effect.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. It's placebo.
Exactly. It's hilarious, but at the same time, if he
If
believes
only-
this stuff, it'll work, right?
If only Aaron Rodgers put as much effort into talking to his general manager as he did being a weirdo.
MJ, it's about that time, my guy.
And by the way,
go ahead. Finish up.
Since we're on the topic, oh Lord, I'm about to spill my drink. That's not a good idea. Since we're on the topic, yes, the Green Bay Packers want pick number 13. Yes, the Green Bay Packers specifically are the ones who are holding up the trade negotiations because the Jets have pretty much said this is what we're willing to offer. The Packers have said no me gusta. Aaron Rodgers is like, hey guys, when are y'all gonna? Aaron Rodgers is like a kid whose parents are divorced and they're trying to agree which house he's going to be at this weekend. And it's Thursday night and he wishes they would decide and they won't. And he's just looking at them like, I don't know where I'm going. That's what we're looking at right now. Because the Jets have said this is what we're willing to give. The Packers have said, well, this is our price. And they're just looking at each other like that Spider-Man meme. Who's going to break first?
Oh, no.
It's the Packers, the Jets. Okay, Zach, you need to Photoshop that. I need the Packers. I need the Packers.
It's the office.
Yes, I need the Packers, the Jets, and Aaron Rodgers' head.
Can we do one with the Patriots on it too, just to make Jack mad?
We're experiencing 1 to 3 inches already. We're expecting about 2 more inches.
No, Aaron's only got 1. Anyway.
Oh, no! Okay, with that said. Oh, man.
Fireside chat, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing on this fine Thursday?
Time out.
Time out, yeah.
Guys, what's going on? All right, MJ, so I'm going to jump in with the fireside chat comments real quick, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
So last week, I was late. Didn't show up. As your wife so elegantly said, thanks, Paige, that I'm the old guy that's slow. No,
yes,
it's my amazing wife that love you, babe. That got lost, so we had to take a very roundabout way back home after attending a work get together, and that work get together was the home opener for the Chicago Cubs. Dude, it
and
was great.
Why, Bruce? Out of curiosity, were you not driving?
Oh, I was drunk. 100% 100%. Like, hey,
Hey, you can't blame the man.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you
There
right
it
now.
is.
Having a pregnant wife, and I might get backlash from this, but having a pregnant wife is a built-in DD right there.
I was gonna say it's an excuse for you to drink twice the amount.
Oh, well, no. Actually, to be honest with you, I wasn't that bad. By the way, hold on. I want to clip this, too, because I want to make sure we make a video of this shit. Because, all right, so you guys are going to love this. We were sitting, our seats were pretty good. I should take a picture and post it on our Twitter account and stuff. I did not swear at all because there were kids around me. So I made sure it was completely good, and I was a nice guy, and nothing bad. I didn't say anything that was derogatory or whatever. So the gentleman I was yelling at was Christian Yelich. And he's gonna hear this. I want him to hear this because I'm gonna at him. Yelich! It was me. It was this guy. So he went back to stadium security and had security come down and say, "Yeah, it's coming from this row right here. Someone is yelling at Christian, and Christian doesn't like that. So can you please stop?" So what I was saying, what I was yelling, or so some of the stuff I'll give you an example. Yelich! I know you're a Raiders fan. or you'll like this, MJ. Yelich! What is Aaron Rodgers going to do? And when's he going to go to the damn Jets? I didn't even say damn. Yeah, see? You hear that? So all I was doing was going back, yelling that stuff. My whole section was cracking up laughing. And then all of a sudden security comes down and says, somebody in this row, blah, blah, blah. And then they walked away, and everyone looks at me. I'm like, hey, it is what it is. Best part about it, guess who ends up yelling at him? My whole damn section starts yelling, Yelich! It was awesome. And they're like, you're a pussy. And then I yelled out, I didn't say that, they did. And then I yelled out, I'm like, I'll see you in Milwaukee, Yelich! Because I hear it out. My goal now is to get there to Milwaukee in left field, front row, and fucking yell, Yelich!
That's fantastic.
God, the guy who talked to security, that's so soft. That's right. So soft. My gosh.
Yikes. It was fun. It was an entertaining game. The Cubs ended up winning. And
all right. Bruce, I'm actually interested. I have a question for you. So you were at the game. You've been to a game now under the new pitch clock rules. How did it feel at the stadium?
Fast. Very fast.
In a good way or bad way?
Good question. Honestly, I think it helps more so for the TV audience than it does for the actual audience that's at the game, because they're going to have to change the rules. So with regards to alcohol, they're going to have to change the rules. They can't be bottom of the seventh and cut everybody off. They can't be like that anymore. I'm sorry, because you're standing in line waiting for a beer or going to get souvenirs. So my wife ended up getting a souvenir. So I've been together with my wife for 7 years, dating, engaged, and married. And she's every year we've been together, we've gone to opening day. That's just our tradition, and that's like how everything's gone. So she ended up leaving our group and ends up walking. She ends up going to get our souvenir, a T-shirt, and a little Cubs thing for our daughter that's going to be born next month. And it's like she was gone for 2.5 innings.
Bruh.
Because of the speed of everything. And I'm not complaining against it. To be honest with you, I actually do like it, but the process in which they do things from a operation standpoint has to improve. Either it has to improve across the whole platform of the MLB, or it has to improve at Wrigley Field, because it was absolutely brutal that she was gone for 2.5 innings, missed a 4-run inning, and it was just crap. And then when I went to the washroom, I ended up missing a full inning because I went to a washroom. Then I also went and got a beer, but whatever.
I think just from watching, because I agree, it's more helpful for the TV audience. 2 things I would say is they're going to tweak the rules. I think they need to extend it a little bit. They went full bore, 15 seconds. Like, they're probably going to move back to 20, adjust it a little bit. The other thing that I think this really pushes on is just concessions need to be faster.
Yeah, no, 100%. And go ahead. Sorry, Zach.
And this is something that I was reading something about it, because this is my major. This is what we talk about in classes, is what are the 3 biggest things that fans want? It's not Wi-Fi. It's clean bathrooms and fast concessions.
Yep.
So they're going to have to speed it up anyway.
Agree. And they tried doing that. You could tell they tried doing it because there's a mobile app that you can actually like order with and this, that, and the other. But I'm gonna be honest with you. When I'm drunk off my ass, like I'm not gonna just sit there and scan a QR code and then go through everything. When I'm at the ballpark, I want a hot dog and I want a cold beer.
It's not that hard.
No, exactly. So I don't know, MJ, you got anything?
My baseball team sucks. I don't even care anymore.
They're gonna be moving to Vegas.
My team won.
I hope so.
It's true. But anyway,
Zach and I are in the dumpsters for baseball. Yes, Bruce.
I love you, buddy. Zach, great seeing you guys again.
You know what I really love? This picture.
Oh my god, that poor guy.
That is going to be such a great meme. I'm going to take that to work too. I'm going to take that to work too.
That's going to be the Third Down Thursdays meme.
Yeah, I'm going to post that at work. I'm going to be like, "Bop!" I have so many ideas. This is going to be great. All right, Bruce.
You going to run it?
It is time for the best commercial of any commercial that has ever existed. The generic advertisement card guy. Y'all know better. Y'all know better.
Hey, I didn't touch anything. Hey, MJ.
Y'all know better than to touch it. Hi, Bruce.
It's good to be back, my guy. Good to be back.
Yes, sir.